Welcome back to the homestead. Today's video is made possible by our good friends at Simply Safe, where there's no safe like Simply Safe. It has been, what, over 2 weeks since we last touched upon the timber frame woodshed. People were wondering what happened. Goodness, I was stricken down with the plague and I'm just now crawling out of the hole, and I think I'm ready to get back on it. So today's gonna be fun. We're gonna work on a cool section, the entry part of it. We'll do some nice detail work. So I think the best thing to do is to jump into it and see how much we can get done today. Shall we have a look-see at our raw materials? My goodness, something truly special today. Clear vertical grain, Douglas fir, the tree of my people, 450 years old, these two pieces. What a cool thing to be working with. Since we'll be working on the entry here, I've saved my most beautiful material to use up front here to showcase, because this is where we're going to be entering and looking, and these are plenty long enough. So these here will make the entry. The entry is just wide enough to get a wheelbarrow through, and we'll do some really nice notching here and a beautiful detail right here overhead. But for now, let's get these cut to length and get our notching in. We had a hard freeze last night, and the snow level is down to about 2,500 feet, maybe 3,000 feet. It'll be down here in no time, so we're kind of under the gun. It is cold today. I've had to resort to putting on my East Coast man sissy mittens because my fingers are getting cold handling all that frozen material. Look at the cross section of that grain. Unbelievable. Framing with this material and not using it for some fine piece of furniture is, oh, sacrilegious. Yes, excellent. All right, so what we need to do next is to cut one more of these for the east side, and these purlins, they're notched in or saddled in. These will come right across here. We'll notch this in and continue this line around for the front, and then we'll do the same at the top. That's a little bit tighter, like a 32nd of an inch than it should be. I'm gonna shave the smallest amount off of that. That's what we like. Nice press fit. One last check for plumb. Perfect. While we're at it, let's cut our purlins. For our purlins, I've been saving these beautiful 3x5s here, and they're all pretty much cut out of the same cloth. So I guess we'll just start with this one. All right, gentlemen, I think I've got it figured out. So what we'll do, this will fit right in here. We'll cut, this is inset 1 inch. So we've got a 2-inch half lap saddles here. So we'll come in there here, these will be 1 inch. So we have 4 saddles to chop out on these 4x4s. And then we'll do these Gentlemen, allow me to take a brief moment to talk with you a little bit about the importance of having a security system. Mrs. W and I protect our home with the Simply Safe system, and we have been with them for about 7 years now. The reason why I'm sharing this with you today is because they have a really good deal going where you can get a system, order all the things that you need, and it's half off right now. Let me walk you through our system, how we have it set up. This can give you some ideas on how you can protect your home and some of the amazing technologies that you can use to keep an eye on things and deter intruders. And it's never been more important. Home break-ins are at an all-time high now, and I would not feel comfortable being away from home without having the ability to monitor what's going on my phone. It really gives us a peace of mind. So let's start at the keypad, and I'll show you some of the cool features that we incorporate. Starting at the entry door here, I installed the Simply Safe security keypad. I can punch this in, and it automatically unlocks the door through the deadbolt. I have not carried a key since I've had this, and it just makes life so much more convenient. To the left of the entry, I've got these small Simply Safe wireless cameras. What's so cool about these is you don't need to drill any holes, you don't need to drill any wires, you don't need to run power even. You just stick them up there and they broadcast directly to your phone anywhere in the world. Having the wireless cameras mounted 360 degrees around the property is one of the best things that I've done, because I can open up the app and anywhere in the world I can connect and see what's going on. I can even get alerts if anyone walks into the perimeter of the camera. Not only that, but it gives me full audio. So if someone's knocking at the door, I don't want to come to the door, or I'm not there, I can simply hit the microphone button. I can have a communication through the speakers on the cameras, and no one would know that I wasn't there. The cameras are really a great deterrent and one of the best features of the system. Another thing that I add that's maybe not as cool as the cameras, but equally as important, are these water sensors. These small water sensors can be placed under your wash machine, under your refrigerator. What would it be like to be away from home and have a line break or a water leak and not know what's going on and have your entire house flooded? It would be a great loss. Putting these in areas that are susceptible to that will give you a notification immediately. You could call a friend or a neighbor, they could come and shut your water off. Not to mention freeze sensors as well. If you've got areas in your house like we do when you live in a cold climate that regularly freeze, if you don't get the furnace on right or you don't open a particular cabinet door, you can place these in there, and when they reach a certain temperature, they'll give you notification and you can intervene before you have to deal with frozen pipes. This is how we interface with the system to the wireless keypad. It's very easy and intuitive to use. When we leave home, we hit away and our home is protected. When we're at home and we want to have the perimeter doors and windows covered and notified in case someone comes in, we hit home. That way we can move freely and we won't trigger it, the pets won't trigger it, but we're still covered by all of our exits. I've also installed these door sensors on all of the exterior doors, and these can be set to chime whenever anyone comes or goes, which kind of announces when someone comes. And if you have kids or grandkids that like to get out into the yard that you're trying to keep an eye on, this is a really, really good feature for that. You just know when someone's coming in and you can kind of prepare yourself. A new tech that Simply Safe has rolled out that's really exciting is Active Guard. If you sign up for active monitoring, you get 24/7 coverage protection for about $1 a day. And in that, you've got agents that can interact with the cameras if someone were to approach. They can communicate, they can warn them, they can call law enforcement, they can call fire department on your behalf if you're not able to get to it. It's a really, really good setup. Also, they're introducing AI tech in the cameras, and this is a handy feature. When we leave town, we have someone that comes and house sits, then we have our UPS and FedEx guy that comes by regularly, maybe our neighbors. We can program their faces into the system, and it will not false alarm or notify the Simply Safe monitoring people if trusted friends are there, and that's really a nice feature. If you would like to order your system, there's never been a better time. Right now, it's 50% off if you sign up for active monitoring, and you get your first month for free. Go to simplysafe/Wranglerstar to take advantage of that. The systems can be installed so easily. You don't need to drill holes. You don't need special tools. You can usually have your house covered and everything installed in less than a couple of hours. It's a great system, and it's what we use to protect our home. Thank you for watching, and remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.